Somewhere in the South Pacific, there might be an answer waiting that the entire world has searched for since 1937. Not a theory, not a legend, an actual object. 12 meters long, sitting in a lagoon, matching the exact shape of a missing airplane. Researchers already know where it is. They've known since 2020, and as of right now, an expedition is either underway or has just been delayed, meaning the answer to Amelia Earhart's disappearance could arrive within weeks of you watching this video. To understand why this object might finally end an 88-year mystery, we need to go back to July 2nd, 1937. Amelia Earhart was attempting something no one had ever done, flying around the world along the equator, the longest possible route. With navigator Fred Noonan beside her, she'd already crossed most of the globe. Their final leg required finding Howland Island, a strip of land barely 2 miles long in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, using nothing but radio bearings and dead reckoning. They never arrived. Their last confirmed radio transmission reported they were running low on fuel and couldn't locate the island. Then, silence. The United States launched the largest air and sea search in its history at the time. Nothing was found. Everything about the case seemed destined to stay a permanent mystery. Until decades later, when investigators started looking at a very different island entirely. Roughly 400 miles from Howland lies Nikumaroro, an uninhabited, reef-locked island in the nation of Kiribati. In 1940, a British colonial officer found human bones there, along with a sextant box and pieces of women's shoes. The bones were later analyzed as likely belonging to a woman roughly Earhart's height. Picture the scene. A castaway, stranded on a scorching, waterless atoll, radioing for help that search planes flew directly over, but never spotted, because by the time they arrived, her plane was already partially underwater. For decades, this remained a fringe theory, dismissed by most official accounts. But here is where the story takes a turn that changed everything. In 2020, a U.S. Navy veteran named Mike Ashmore was casually scrolling through satellite maps of the Pacific from his home when something in Nikumaroro's lagoon caught his eye. It looked like a wing. Ask yourself this. If search planes flew directly over this island in 1937, why would evidence only become visible on satellite imagery 83 years later? The answer, researchers believe, is a cyclone. Sometime around 2015, a major storm swept away decades of sediment that had buried the object, revealing, for the first time in generations, something with the exact dimensions of Earhart's Lockheed Electra. Stay with me, because what happened next moved this from internet theory to a fully funded scientific expedition. Archaeologist Rick Pettigrew spent years gathering satellite images dating back to 1938, just 1 year after Earhart vanished, and found the object was visible even then. Buried but present. The world was told this mystery was likely unsolvable, the wreckage lost forever in thousands of feet of open ocean. The reality is that the wreckage may not be in the deep ocean at all. It may be sitting in shallow water, inside a lagoon, exactly where researchers have pointed a camera for the last 5 years. In October 2025, Purdue University, where Earhart herself once worked as a faculty member before her final flight, partnered with the Archaeological Legacy Institute to send a team directly to the site. Their plan? Sonar, magnetometers, underwater cameras, and, if needed, excavation. This isn't a cold case anymore. It's an active investigation, unfolding in real time. This isn't just a story about a missing pilot from the 1930s. It's a case study in how satellite technology and public crowdsourcing are reopening cases that professional search teams gave up on decades ago. The exact same pattern behind other cold cases finally cracking after generations of silence. Most people assume Earhart's story ended in 1937 with a question mark. Right now, as this video plays, there's a real chance that question mark is about to become a period. For 88 years, the world has asked the same question. What happened to Amelia Earhart? For the first time, researchers aren't guessing. They're pointing directly at coordinates on a map. If a story like this deserves to be told in full, help us find the next one. Next time on Shadow Chronicles, we look at a mystery hiding not in the ocean, but underground. A series of tiles embedded in city streets, carrying a message no one has ever fully explained.